trades industry now for about 7 years, but my dad and my brother both are welders, so being in the trades industry is nothing new to me. Pritchard and Fallin has been around for over 40 years. They're a family-based business that does heating, electrical, we even do plumbing. We can even hook your docks up if you need electricity, if you need a sink to clean the fish that your grandchildren brought in. We also have other services that we offer as far as same-day service. We also have maintenance plans. We pretty much do everything we can to cater to each and every family. As a family-based business, we are also owned by Miller's Heating and Air out of the Hampton Roads area, which is where I live. I actually live in Virginia Beach, but I come out here at least once a month. Actually, I haven't seen you ladies in about 2 months, but we are owned by another company, and we are still a family-based business, but out of Callio, because we are in such a rural area, we really cater to each homeowner, their specific needs when they call in to place a request. So if you ever find yourself needing heating, air, plumbing, even if it's the same day, or if it's your neighbor, or if it's a client, I would greatly appreciate if you thought of myself at Pritchard and Fallin, and I'll be glad to give you my phone number. And that, folks, was an elevator speech. Mm-hmm. When you give an elevator speech, there are 3 main components that you always want to convey to your audience, or whether it's one person. So when I was trained how to give an elevator speech, the woman that taught us was Terry Jonine, and I can give you her information when this is over, but she literally said, imagine you step into an elevator and there is your key client that you've been dying to get in front of. You have 60 seconds or less to convey who you are, what you do, who you do it for, and why they should choose you now. So if you take notes today, there are 3 things to remember. Why me? Why now? Why my business? And when you step into your elevator today, which you're going to do, and Deb's going to gladly video everyone, think of us in an elevator, and I'm your key client. You can't wait to tell me what it is that you do. And it's going to be a warm introduction. Hi, my name is Deb. This is the things that I do. And maybe give some examples of clients that you've already had. And think of a hook that might be something that they really are into. Like for us in heating and air conditioning, especially this time of year, it's hard to find a company that can possibly come out 24/7. Now, granted, when you do heating and air, we can't always make that happen, but we really do try. Deb's might be your website crashed and you need something to happen ASAP because you have a big meeting coming up. Maybe Deb will say, hey, I can be available to you 24/7 or anything like that. You might have a function here, or maybe you have a function coming up and that location had to cancel, and you can call the owners here at Ice House and they might say, hey, you know what, you can come into here. That might be what your hook would be for here. So as you think about nervously, because Deb wants to record this, think about what you do. You can write it down or put a note in your phone, like who you are, what you do, and why we should choose you now. So when you come up here to be videoed, welcome to my elevator, and then you can present it to yourself. And by the way, like I'm very passionate about these things and networking, so I know we don't have a lot of time here this morning, but I can be available to anyone anytime when I come to town or over the phone. I love to make people feel more successful when they get in front of other people. And you can always get up here and imagine everybody's in their underwear. I'm not doing that. Like, that's usually something people ask me is how do you remain calm? It doesn't bother me, but just take a deep breath and really pretend like it's just me and you. I mean, we're all new to this, and let's be honest, this could be very awkward for anyone to have to get up and do. But once you do a couple of them, to me, it just becomes second nature. And literally, you will find yourself when you're out and about, or even with your girlfriends. I've been doing this for like 20 years. I always think to myself, why me, why now, why my business, whatever that might be, when I speak to somebody. Even if you're just hanging out with some girlfriends, you might be thinking, well, I want to tell her what I do, but I don't want to just, vomit all the information out. But the cool thing about this concept is you can break it down into a 1-hour speech. So if anyone ever has to get up and give a long presentation, use those same 3 key components, or you can break it down into 30 seconds or 60 seconds. So